Sorry everyone, just had to grab a glass of 7-Up. So, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Filming another video outside because the sun is shining, the doves are crying, and everything feels so great with Norwich at the minute, isn't it? After another, well, I would say another thumping victory, but we haven't really seen a victory like this under Daniel Farker, have we? I mean, it's the first time we've scored more than 4 goals in a game under him, and I'll tell you what, it's about time we gave a team a hiding, especially this season. You know, the chances we create, it is about time we thump a team. And it was only a matter of time as well, and I think everyone kind of had that thought in their mind that Huddersfield could be that game after coming off the back of 2 disappointing draws, I'd say. Yeah, it was about time we gave them a thumping, of a team a thumping of 7-0, which was emphatic. But before we get into this video properly, make sure you like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. And I do apologise about the hair; it's just getting a bit long, really. I mean, yeah, come next Monday, I'll be able to go get it all trimmed again. But at the minute, it's just a mess. So just bear with it, I guess. But yeah, what a win for Norwich. I mean, it's so difficult to analyse it apart from just saying we were class in every department of the pitch. There was no part of the pitch that we weren't next level. But just to say, Buendia is probably the best player to have ever. Oh, I say probably. He definitely is the best player to have ever played in the Championship. And this, don't get me wrong, my view is probably biased. I'm a Norwich fan. I'm very optimistic. I'm a very optimistic Norwich fan at that. But I've had fans from other clubs tell me the same thing. I've had a Watford fan message me last night after watching the game that saying Buendia is the best player to ever played in the Championship. He's miles better than the Delta Rapt. Don't get me wrong, that Delta Rapt season where he was great. As an individual, you know, his goals, his tricks, his flicks, that sort of thing, he was great at. But his link-up play wasn't to the level that is on Buendia's level. Yeah, Buendia is the class above, and he is the best player to ever played in the Championship. And we, as Norwich fans, are so lucky to have him. And Teemu Pukki as well. What performance he had! He was next level. Scored a hat-trick, his first hat-trick in the Championship since joining for us, and it was about time he got that as well. You know, the amount of braces he gets, it was only a matter of time before he got his first Championship hat-trick, and yeah, rounded it off nicely with a really good penalty, and the first 2 goals are brilliant. You know, Todd Cantwell weaving in and out of players, just showing his class as well. Puts on a plate for Pukki, and the second goal from Pukki, oh my lord, that ball from Buendia just epitomises everything what I just said earlier about him. You know, that ball, he's in a corner, he's surrounded by 3 Huddersfield players, still managed to pick out a pass and put Pukki through on goal. It's just class, and yeah, Pukki wrapped up nicely with a penalty for his hat-trick, and obviously Buendia scored one from outside the area, and then Buendia set one up for Cantwell, which is a beautiful goal as well. And yeah, Buendia then set one up for Dowell as well, which is a brilliant link-up play in between them, and then you know, in the last 15 minutes of the game, Jordan Hugill managed to get on the score sheet when Max Aarons decided to, you know, go from right back to left wing. Yeah, I got no complaints on it. Got no complaints. It ended up in a goal. So yeah, it was brilliant, and it was just such a complete performance. Obviously, I'm talking about these individuals, but as a team, there was not one area of the pitch that maybe was slightly lacklustre. Every part of the pitch was just absolutely fantastic, and yeah, we're full credited of that 7-0 win, and it could have easily been 10. It could have easily been 10. You know, Placheta had a few shots on target. Giannoulis had an early chance in the game. There's multiple other chances here and there that maybe could have gone in. And you know, it could have easily been 10-0. And it was just such an emphatic performance from Norwich City. Such an emphatic performance. But we'll go over into the player ratings now. So yeah, we'll start off with the player ratings. So we'll start off with Tim Crawling, goal, 7 out of 10. I mean, he didn't have anything to do, and what he did have to do, he did really well at. You know, he made a few saves here and there that needed to be made, and that was pretty much all he had to do. And we'll go over to right back Max Aarons, 8.5 out of 10. It was excellent, and obviously got an assist as well. Yeah, it's just excellent. Andrew Omabamidele, Big Andy, 8 out of 10. Again, looked composed, just looked like he's played 200 league games, but it's only started 2, and he was so good. Grant Hanley, 8 out of 10, was class again. Just again, that centre-half partnership just looks like it's been playing together for years and not just come together in the last 2 games. Dimitris Giannoulis, 8 out of 10 again. Looked really good going forward, really good at the back. Was class. Obviously, I said I was a bit, I was on the edge of maybe should we start Quint here. He looked alright against Preston, but Giannoulis came in and was like, yeah, fair enough. Giannoulis is probably the best left back we have at the club. Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Move over to midfield. Kenny McLean, 7.5 out of 10. Was solid. Didn't put a foot wrong at all. I think he was probably one of the quietest players going forward, I guess. I mean, didn't really contribute with much going forward, but he was just solid. Again, he was just solid. Go over to Oliver Skipp, 8.5 out of 10. Obviously, that run for the penalty, and he was just everywhere again. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Emi Buendia on the right, 10 out of 10. Easy. He was absolutely fantastic. I think he got, what was it, 3? I'm going to say 3 goals and 3 assists and a goal. It might be 4 assists and a goal. I may have lost count, but I think it was 3 assists and a goal. Yeah, was just epitomised everything about how good he is. He was just class, and yeah, deserves that 10 out of 10. Todd Cantwell, 9 out of 10. Again, he had an excellent game. He was so good, and just proves the haters wrong each week. You know, I think people have now got off his back completely. You know, he's been putting a consistent run of performances in where he's been absolutely fantastic, and yeah, deserves that 9 out of 10. Todd Cantwell has been fantastic, and was fantastic last night again. Kieran Dowell, 8.5 out of 10, got that goal, played really well, managed to link that midfield to attack, which we have seen some centre attacking midfielders not do this season, mate. You know, be able to actually link that the midfield to the attack. You know, the 2 midfielders to that front 4, and he was able to do that brilliantly, and was class again, and managed to get a goal. Managed to get back on the score sheet. And Teemu Pukki, 10 out of 10 as well. Scored a hat-trick, was absolutely class, and is the best Championship striker in the league. He's best striker in the league. Sorry. And I believe he'll probably catch Ivan Toney. You know, I think, you know, Brentford are on such a dip of form and just so dire all around the pitch. Are poor, so poor. And Pukki will catch Ivan Toney because Pukki's got the players around him, such as Buendia, such as Cantwell. Oh, there's a gunshot there. You know, the players that he's got around him. There's no reason for him not to. You know, I reckon he'll catch him because there's still 6 games left for Norwich. Yeah, I reckon he'll do it. I reckon he'll do it, you know. I reckon he'll catch him and overtake him. I reckon Pukki will finish the season on 30 league goals, and if that's the case, it's better than this season he did have, and another gunshot's just gone off. We'll go on to the substitutes as well. So we'll start off with Jakob Sorensen. 7 out of 10, no, 8 out of 10. He played that ball over to Aarons and just covered the midfield brilliantly. That long ball over to Aarons, who then touched down for Stephen, who played it back into Aarons, and he played it into Hugill for the 7th goal. Yeah, 8 out of 10 for Jakob Sorensen. Actually, 7.5. I think it's 8 is too strong. Marco Stiepermann, 7.5 out of 10. Played that ball into Aarons to then cross back in, and just again at number 10 we've got so many good options, and Marco Stiepermann is proving to be a very good backup to Dowell. Obviously, if Dowell was on a bad run of games, Stiepermann has to come in, but Dowell isn't performing badly. He's performing very well, so it's just hard to put Stiepermann into that starting lineup. And you know, Stiepermann looked very good when he did come off the bench. Przemysław Płacheta, 6.5, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I don't think I can give anyone below a 7. I'll give Płacheta 7 out of 10. When he did have the ball, you know, he created a few chances, had a few shots here and there on target, and looked okay. Looked very good actually, coming off the bench. So yeah, impressive him. Then we'll move on to Jordan Hugill. 8 out of 10. You know, coming off of Pukki, he's got big shoes to fill for the final 15 minutes, hasn't he? And still gets his goal with his first touch of the game as well, his first real involvement, and puts it in the back of the net beautifully. And just that goal just epitomised what Jordan Hugill was about. You know, if you give him that chance in the box, he will score. 9 times out of 10, you put your house on him to score, and he did. Onel Hernandez, who I believe was the last substitute, if I've missed any more, I do apologise, but Onel Hernandez, 7.5 out of 10, looked very bright when he came on, and he looked hungry. He wanted to get on the score sheet, or, you know, assist, or just, you know, create some attacking opportunities. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for Onel Hernandez, and overall for Norwich it was a 10 out of 10 performance, and a 7-0 win. And it really does look likely if Brentford and Swansea drop points in their next game. I believe we can get promoted by Saturday, which would be fantastic. Yeah, it would be absolutely fantastic, and that is the dream at the minute. Just get us promoted as early as possible, win the league as early as possible, and then kind of have a nice breeze of the end of the season. Because obviously the last time we won the league, it kind of came into a bit of squeaky bum time. Obviously we got promoted the game before the penultimate game of the season, but obviously because didn't win the league to the last game of the season. So we kind of want to get that out of the way, make sure we've won it, make sure it's over, and then kind of have a nice end to the season. But like I say, guys, that's the end of the match review from Norwich's 7-0 win versus Huddersfield. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you follow my socials, which will be down in the description. Also, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos, and I shall see you guys later.